Welcome to the live reaction to episode 227, crowning our first ever Junior Heritage Champion. And I couldn't be more proud of all of the individuals involved in that match. And I know Maria agrees with me as she stares at me from across the room. What a main event today. So while you guys are logging in here, go ahead and subscribe, hit the like button and all that kind of stuff. But Vashon Harvey and Oso both trained from the ground up at the Memphis Wrestling WrestleCenter. You can too. If you're interested, go to WrestleCenter901.com. We got some seminars coming up. I'm finalizing a date with Gabe Sapolsky with WWE to bring him back for some more scouting. Speaking of scouting, he needs to scout that main event that happened today on Memphis Wrestling. Also, we're live tomorrow. That's Sunday, June 29th, live at the WrestleCenter with James Ellsworth and Shark Boy. Shark Boy returns to Memphis Wrestling. Also, the lineup is just full of masked wrestlers and fun characters. You've got Wonder Boy. You've got the Shocker, who was in a huge championship match today against Mike Anthony. You've got Shark Boy. Also, Laurentez X is roaming around somewhere here at Memphis Wrestling. So the card's loaded tomorrow. Get your tickets at memphiswrestling.tv. If you use the promo code SHARK at checkout, you're going to save $5 per ticket. And when you go to the ticket link, you got to get some of those bleacher seats, and there might be a couple of seats available. Eddie Kane Main knows what I'm talking about. The place is going to be cram-packed tomorrow, so we hope to see you there. All right, let me get caught up here. Eddie Kane Main is in the house. He's using those custom emojis. You can see his championship badge. Go ahead and join our members only so you can get access to those custom emojicons. And then also, exclusive footage. Today's main event went off the air with Colton Cage having his hand raised. Everybody else that's on members only got to see the aftermath and the celebration. Some of you will see that celebration coming up next week or the following weeks on Memphis Wrestling, but you can see it as it happens if you're a member only. Eddie Kane Main in the house. Jeffrey's here. I saw a big shout out with a sign from Eddie Kane Main here today for Jeffrey, his tag team partner. Told you guys from day one that Colton Cage would win it. Is there a face turn coming here? Oh, Dustin, what a great show. Man, I don't know. The people are cheering for Colton Cage. It's also one of those things where when Colton Cage kind of speaks against the grain, cutting that promo that he was brought into TV and not used and sent home and all that kind of stuff, I think it strikes a chord with some of the fans to know some of the trials and tribulations that he's gone through. But Colton Cage, cold-hearted himself. And I think that's another thing is the fans just love Colton Cage right now. It's almost like he's a rebel, and he's the new champ. Thomas is here. What's up, man? Eddie K-May says the incompetent Vashon Harvey. Vashon Harvey to be a rookie straight from the WrestleCenter, to go through the Junior Heritage title tournament, be in the main event, have a 2-segment match where the people were standing, like literally, they were singing at Colton Cage as he was going to the top rope. The place was ultra loud. Also, shout out to Oso. There's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes of Oso, and I think that he should probably tell you guys that story. But there's a whole lot going on, and you guys would be even more proud than you are right now of the match that they came out with, knowing everything that's going on behind the scenes. So really, really good stuff from Vashon Harvey. And like I say, you could train with us, WrestleCenter901.com. Thomas is here. Cody has beaten Randy Orton and become king of the ring. I think we all knew that that was going to happen. Do me a favor, though. No more spoilers in the chat. Let everybody watch for themselves. What's up, Kevin Fowler? How are you? I'll see you tomorrow. Thomas, the street fight between Rhea Ripley and Raquel Rodriguez is on now. Okay, thanks for the update. So who did I defeat for the junior title back in the day? I beat Johnny Dotson for the Junior Southern Heavyweight Championship, and then also never lost it, Eddie Kane, man. I figured you would know that bit of history. Thomas says Memphis Wrestling started at the same time as Night of Champions. Yeah, I'd hate to be going against them. All right, Thomas, enough with the play-by-play. We all want to watch it later. El Juggalo's in the house. Honestly, with WWE's Night of Champions going on now, what do you think should have been done to prevent competition with WWE? I think there's nothing you can do to prevent competition with WWE. And also, I don't think that there's very much competition with WWE at this point. They're doing their own thing. They're the only ones that do it the way that they do it. AEW is a totally different brand of wrestling with different characters and just a whole different a goal for their show, whereas WWE is completely different. I mean, I don't see any company coming close to WWE. Eddie Kane, man, Colton Cage deserves it. I totally agree. Colton Cage deserves it, man. This guy has been in tag team after tag team. You know, we had several plans for Colton Cage, and this might be a members only conversation, actually, but, you know, Colton was always let down by other people. He was never a letdown himself. And I'm talking Jimmy Blaylocks and Van Vicious's and whoever his first partner was, I can't even remember his name, just left him high and dry. And then Austin Mulitalo making a huge mistake by not working with Memphis Wrestling. But all these guys left Colton Cage high and dry. And it was nothing a fault of Memphis Wrestling, but he was left stuck in a spot where he had a story that could not be continued until now. He's on his own, and that's what's happened is he's won the title. Eddie, that's probably one of the reasons. Memphis is better than WWE. I appreciate that. Jeffrey says, didn't you hold the title twice? I held the Southern Tag Team titles twice with Kevin White and held the Junior Southern Heavyweight Championship once and then never lost it. What's up, Andrea? How are you? Welcome to the chat. If you guys have questions or topics, go ahead and put them in the comments. We're live tomorrow, next week on the program. It's our 4th of July special featuring a Lenny's Subs hot dog eating contest. So that's all going next week on the program. Also from Grind City Media and the Chris Vernon Show, John Roser is going to join me on commentary, and I promise you this is going to be a lot of fun. Kevin Fowler, Colton better watch out. Main Event Bradley is coming for that belt. You're absolutely right. Main Event Bradley is already the #1 contender. So those of you who are live at the WrestleCenter tomorrow are going to see that first and foremost. Main Event Bradley versus cold-hearted Colton Cage. And you know Ray Sanders wants some revenge on Vashon Harvey after what transpired in this tournament. We all said it in the chat. We thought Ray Sanders was going to be the first ever Junior Heritage Champion. Instead, Vashon knocks him out with a chain with the help from Oso, by the way. And also, Oso helped all the way to the finals until finally it just didn't work. Ray Sanders coming out at the end and saying, no way, Jose, and then Colton Cage picking up the victory. Really, really good stuff. Colton already beat mid-card Bradley. It's a no contest. That's true, but Bradley, there's no telling what this numbskull is going to have up his sleeve. James says, hi, what's going on? Kevin says, can't wait to see the hot dog eating contest next week. It's actually crazy. There's going to be a huge fallout from this thing. It's never good when you have a table near ringside or if you have food or a cake or anything like that. Could you only imagine what's going to happen next week in this hot dog eating contest? Big shout out to Lenny's, though. Lenny's is launching a brand new line of hot dogs. The Philly cheesesteak hot dog, the classic hot dog. There's all these different hot dogs that Lenny Subs is going to have. And then tomorrow at the WrestleCenter, we're going to have the Mile High Turkey Slamwich. Of course, those will be on sale. Eddie K-Man, Kevin Fowler, can't wait to see you tomorrow at the WrestleCenter. Let's cheer for all the heels again. Oh, look at you, Eddie K-Man. Of course you would. Bradley going to have something up his sleeve. He always does. Great day for Colton Cage. I totally agree. I know that was a huge moment for him. Hey, Dustin, hoping you're having a great weekend. Thank you there, Brian. I really appreciate it. Thanks for joining us. I'm so happy to see Colton Cage is the new first ever Memphis Wrestling Junior Heritage Champion. He deserves it. I think everybody feels like he deserves it. You said it as I was typing. Hey, Dustin Starr, happy new weekend. I'm ready for tomorrow at the WrestleCenter. Jason, I can't wait. It is going to be absolutely loaded. Also, what's Psycho Simon going to be up to? Every one of his matches now are no rules. Who's going to get that ass whooped tomorrow? Not me. Already had a cheeseburger for dinner. Okay. Jeffrey, I declare today Colton Cage Day. Okay. Don't mention food. Love Colton's reaction. That was a true reaction. I think Derek King even had tears in his eyes when he was hugging Colton. After that, let's go Memphis. Hello from San Diego. What's up, Jose? Jose, thanks for joining us from San Diego, brother. How will you top the next Junior Heritage Championship match? I don't know. That's not up for me. It looks like it's going to be Colton and Main Event Bradley doing that. That's going down tomorrow. You guys that aren't there live, you'll see it here on the program. Andrew says, hey, Dustin, what match are you looking forward to Saturday night or Night of Champions? I would think that would be the CM Punk John Cena match. Kevin says, yeah, I'll be there cheering for the heels. Of course you do. Does Bosby have a chance against Simon in a no-rules match? Jeffrey, you heard the fans today. You heard the fans last week chanting Bosby, and they were chanting it at Psycho Simon. We've got to get a word officially from Tim Boss because we really haven't heard from him. Maybe I can get a word with him tomorrow to see his thoughts on cashing in King Cobra's Cup and becoming the champion. Rob says, great episode, man. I really appreciate it. Great last match. Jose, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming in. Be sure to subscribe. We do this every single week at noon Central Standard Time here in Memphis. It's a live, brand new episode, and then also with a live chat, and then we do a live reaction immediately following. Dustin, who did you defeat for the junior heavyweight belt? You guys tell him. We talked about it. You probably won't even know who that is, Robert, honestly. If you're not local, you wouldn't know who that is. Thomas says, yeah, like to know that too. Colton needs to watch out for Stinkerhorn. He will do something sneaky. Yeah, he will. Boz has no chance of hell of beating Psycho Simon for the title. Wow, I mean, is Psycho Simon just that big and that mean and that tough? He is a big bully. Bobby says Bobby does not like to hear boos. I don't know if Bosby has no chance, but there's definitely clashing styles there. Hi, Dustin. Do you think CM Punk will be John Cena for the WWE Championship tonight? I say yes. I say no, unfortunately, Andrea. There you go, Eddie. That's right. That is the truth. Anyways, have a couple more minutes here, guys. It is Saturday. Tomorrow we have television at the WrestleCenter. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait. I'm going to pick Shark Boy up from the airport here in just a little bit, take him to the hotel, maybe grab a bite to eat. I love me some Shark Boy, and I really do hope that he brought me one of those Shark Boy masks. Mine was misplaced last time. Actually, Mike Anthony used it as a disguise, and then when he dropped it in the audience after the TV show, somebody grabbed it and walked off with it. But I'm looking forward to getting another one, please. Please. No rules, and Boz is a rules kind of guy. That is true, Jeffrey. I think Boz is a rules kind of guy, too. Was the belt White One Southern Junior? No, it was not. The belt was actually stolen and then resurfaced in a video 2 years ago. So we know who stole it and all that stuff. Andrew says, I'm so excited to Carlito in Memphis Wrestling. How about you? I'm thrilled that Carlito is coming to Memphis Wrestling. Maybe he'll start the Judgment Day here in Memphis. Boz bends the rules occasionally, yeah. There's a difference, though, in the way Boz bends the rules and the way Psycho Simon breaks the rules. Take Shark Boy to Sharks for dinner. Hey, what about a Shark Boy Open Invitational Battle Royal? Maybe it's the second one that we've done. Looks like that's what's coming. Talking to Shark Boy earlier. It's been on the internet. Who would you guys like to see enter the Open Invitational Shark Boy Battle Royal? If you remember last time, there were wrestlers from other companies, wrestlers we had never seen before, just a whole plethora of people jumping in the ring there. Do you think Jay Webb turning heel because he won't get summited last time? Not sure what that means, Jason. I think Jay Webb is extremely jealous that Wonder Boy hugged Makari Candy. Oso joined us in the chat. He should detach from Vashon so Vashon can be great. We did see Oso in the chat. You guys gave him hell. Shout out for that. Eddie Kane Main says, I need Mike Anthony's internet belt. Oh, we can get you one. That's what Jeffrey said. Andrew said, hey, Dustin, how excited are you to see Shark Boy in Memphis? I am thrilled. He knows I'm thrilled. I can't wait. He's always fun. We need to get a different name for the Judgment Day in Memphis in order not to get sued by WWE. Well, all the marketing has purple on it, so maybe that's enough. Will Allday. There's a Will Allday name drop there. Love Will Allday. Maybe we can throw apples at Jimmy Blaylock when Carlito is there. No, I don't know if we should throw apples, but we're definitely going to be selling apples. Eddie Kane Man does have the Memphis Heritage White Strap Mike Anthony style title belt. There's Mama Money. Mama Money shouting out. Mama Money could enter it. Will Allday would be perfect to enter it. Hi, Dustin. How do you feel about Cody as the king of the ring? I love it. I think it's great, and I think he's going to go on to SummerSlam and face off against John Cena. Buddy Jones, are we going to pretend a no-rules match won't benefit Bosby? He can swing a chair, too. He can throw fists. He can brawl. The Boz is the people's king. That's Buddy Jones. Buddy Jones was featured on the video today. He does the tailgates. And, man, they love him some Tim Bosby. I would love to see Tim Bosby suplex Psycho Simon on his big head. That would be funny. I don't know if he could do it. I've seen Bosby, Bosplex, Big Nico, 4XL Nico. I just don't know the experience of Psycho Simon. I think he can't pick him up. Like DDT sunglasses, but still think he needs an eye patch. You are so old school, Rob. Competitive match. Yeah, Shocker did great. Brody's here, Brody Blader. Yo, I will be at wrestling camp. I can't wait, Brody. It's going to be a good time, man. Registration has been off the chain. Thank you guys for that. We are going to have a lot of fun. Got a new video coming out, too, coming up with the kids' camp. El Juggalo. Oh, and quick note, Barnabas might be cooking something crazy up for JCW Lunacy in the next few weeks. That's good, man. I'm glad they're doing awesome. I still think they need to tell the story on why those guys are dead. You can't just have dead people without telling a story why they're dead. I would be interested in telling that story on Memphis Wrestling. Both women's belts, winner takes all. I think that's what we're headed to, man. DDT nearly had that title belt stripped today. She hasn't defended it in right about 30 days, probably even more. King Cobra did not make the decision just yet, so hopefully they've come up with something, and that match will happen tomorrow live at the WrestleCenter. Will there be a members only today, and will Oso be there to answer questions? We do need to get Oso on here to answer questions for you guys. The grudge between LA and the Dogs appears not to be over. It was not about a pinfall. It's about a fight. DDT needs a blindfold title match. Oh my gosh, you guys are so old school, but you know exactly what we're doing. Ready to see Nixie get that belt. Storylines matter. LA Hustlers versus Business Dogs needs to be a cage match to keep all the ruckus out of action. Well, I think instead of the cage match, what about a hustle hard match in the parking lot? Did you see Cedric Alexander debut on TNA? I saw him doing something with Mustafa Ali. Oh, you need to do that since JCW is currently not touring. Bring the Outbreak down to Memphis for the story and have it be tied into JCW. The Outbreak came from Memphis Wrestling, just so you know. So, absolutely, we should be able to tell that story. But that's not my decision. Rob says, Jeffrey already blindfold for the audience, not DDT, so we don't see Nixie. Oso looks totally different since he went Murder One with the haircut. Good grief. Murder One, I've never even heard of that. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up here, but before I do, I've got a visitor. Come here, baby. I've got a visitor over here. Hey, Dustin, you should get Hammerstone on Memphis Wrestling. We had Hammerstone last spring. He was on our spring break episode. Go check that out in the archives. Or just search Hammerstone Memphis Wrestling. You'll see it. Come here, baby. All right. Look what I got here. Just a couple moments. Want to say hello? Look, girl. Happy to see the twins back last week. Love their character work. I love the Twins of Salem. Honestly, I think we might see a Lunacy taping in Memphis in the future. All Violent J has to do is holla at his boy. We will have JCW in the house. Oso's channeling Dilberg. First fruits, if no one has told you this, I will now. Jesus loves you so much, he died on the cross for you to enter heaven. Thank God for that, right? It's Rowan. Thank you, Jeffrey. Andrea, hey, Dustin, love you. Have a great day and a great weekend. You too, Andrea. Thank you so much. Brody, you did that's amazing. When you should get Frankie Kazarian. Actually, I've got contact on Frankie thanks to Scorpio Sky. We'll be seeing him in Memphis some point soon. El Juggalo, did you see the episodes of GCW with Memphis Wrestling? Yes, there's a series of episodes featuring Violent J. I think that's how he learned about us, though. Jason, when the gun show coming back to the WrestleCenter, I missed him after Psycho Simon attacks him in the match. Yeah, Psycho. Okay, so it was announced on Facebook, and you'll see it on the show coming up very soon, is that the gun show is out 8 to 12 weeks. And it did have something to do, and this is legit, it did have something to do with the Psycho Simon match, but also the years and years of wear and tear, and then going against a 360-pounder definitely doesn't help. I've got the Beast over here now. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate it. So I would say the gun show, 8 to 12 weeks. Thank you, Andrea. Thank you, Jason. El Juggalo. Yeah, I did, but I'm talking about bringing the JCW roster to Memphis on tour. Yeah, I mean, we would do a tour with them, standalone show at the WrestleCenter. Simply Simon, says Bo. Reese the Beast in the house. All right, guys. We could flip over to members only for just a moment. You think you'd be able to get Matt Cardona because my brother loves him? Yes, actually, we have communication with Matt Cardona, but Sounds like surgery. Yeah, Glenn, he did avoid surgery, actually, so that is a good thing. I think that's why he's out so long, is because of the surgery and the rehab and rehabilitating without going under the knife. When will Reese the Beast start training? I think Reese the Beast might start coming to the WrestleCenter to watch wrestling tomorrow. He's been a little too young, and it's been very loud in there. It's so loud. Guys, I cannot even explain to you. Me and Maria are sitting next to each other and can barely hear each other. She does see herself. When will the Beast start training? You show up. How did we feel about Jazz and Memphis Wrestling? We love Jazz and Memphis Wrestling. Look, she wants that microphone so bad. Look at this. Look at it. You gonna talk in there? Okay. This is definitely members only content right here. I loved Jazz. Yes, Razor, this is my little girl. Sorry, Jeffrey, my Saturday mornings have been busy lately. It does get deafening in the WrestleCenter. Okay, guys, I'm going to switch over to members only. If you are not on members only, then you should, because we'll talk about a whole lot of stuff. I want to talk about some events that I want to plan and how we're going to plan them, and then we can take you behind the scenes. Take her mama's job. Yeah, maybe she'll be doing commentary one day. That'd be great. Looks like a rock concert at the WrestleCenter. Thank you, Brody. I appreciate it. All right, guys, I will see you on members only in just a moment. Say bye-bye. You got to say, I am Dustin Starr, saying, so long, everybody. You want to say Dada instead? Dada? She says it all the time, believe it or not. All right, I'll see you on members only. That's true, Rob.